Hey guys, how's it going? I am here bringing you part number 4 of the Battlefield 1943 guns, primary guns. Today we are going over to the Japanese Imperial Army side and we're looking at the Type 100. This gun was built by the Nambu Arms Manufacturing Company in 1942. It was in service in the Japanese Imperial Army from about 1942 to 1945, so only 3 years, not a very big gun. There's nothing really too important about this gun. It's almost in all World War II games, but that's the only war that it was in. So if you see it in any other games besides World War II games, it's obviously not the Type 100, or the game's just lying. This one was in fact made by parachutists, people that fly out of planes and with their parachutes, and this gun was actually made for them. And in fact, it was pretty cool. I didn't know that at first. I did some research. So it was pretty awesome. Anyways, there's two variants in this gun, and one of them is the Type 140. Type 140, and that was like a prototype. Basically, it was only run for like a year. It had a bayonet. It only shot about 300 to 400 rounds per minute. Pretty low fire rate, and it had like a bayonet, a bipod, just a prototype. But the variant that everyone knows of, the variant that's in this game, that's in World at War, that's in just a variant after the prototype, is the Type 144, which is a very simplified version. That's the one I'm going to be talking about. There's no bayonet, no bipods. This is a submachine gun. Basically transferred. The prototype was a heavy machine gun, and now it basically transferred over to a submachine gun. And I think it shoots a lot faster. Actually, double the rounds per minute than of the prototype version. Is now 800 rounds per minute instead of 400. So I'm going to be talking about that gun since that's the one that is featured in all the games and everything. That gun was designed in 1939, produced in 1942, and it was in service for only 3 years. It was in the Second World War, and then like a smaller Japanese war that they had in the early 40s. But it weighed 7.5 pounds empty, and in fact it weighed 9.7 with full ammunition. Now that seems kind of big to me. I don't know, I'm not a gun expert, but 9.7 pounds loaded and 7.5 empty, I don't know. But anyways, it was 35.4 inches which equals out to 900 millimeters. The barrel length was only 9.1 inches, and it was 230 millimeters for you guys that are in the metric system and not from America. But anyways, the prototype version was actually shorter. It was like about an inch or two shorter than the actual gun that everybody uses now. The cartridge, it uses a 8 by 22 millimeter Nambu. The caliber, it's an 8 millimeter caliber gun. Blowback, obviously. Muzzle velocity 335 meters per second, which equals out to 1100 feet per second. Pretty decent. The feed system, it only takes a 30-round detachable curved box magazine, which you can see on the side of the gun. You can actually see it once I stop running here. After I stop throwing a grenade, yep, right there. As it's on the side, it's a detachable curved box magazine. Not many produced at all in the world. Japanese, they didn't really have this gun. Their top priority was not to make this a big gun, and they didn't. They only created roughly 24,000 to 27,000 that they actually built. That's roughly what they built. So with a low recoil gun and like how easy it was to make it, I'm surprised they didn't make a lot more, because I don't know, it was a very useful gun, especially for parachutists and people in airplanes, and even all around. It was a good gun. Low recoil, high rate of fire. It was just, I think it's a really good gun. I don't know why they didn't keep making it. There's nothing much to talk about this gun, since considering there's only a little amount of these made in the whole entire world. But one interesting thing, that the Type 100 has a chrome-plated bore, which actually fights off corrosion like when they're in the jungles and stuff. So the gun does, like the wood in the gun doesn't actually corrode, which is actually a really good idea, considering that they're in jungles a lot of the time. Like they're like the bonsai people. um, they're like hiding in the jungles, waiting for like the U.S. to attack them, and then they come out and attack them. So it was actually a really good idea. They should have used it in in the Vietnam War and the Korean War, because they actually fought a lot in the jungles, especially in the Vietnam War. But it didn't make it that far. Not only 3 years. Really, really small gun. As in age-wise. I tried to look up pictures for this gun in action, and they're very, like, no pictures. If you look in the very top right-hand corner of this video, you will see two Imperial Army soldiers and a couple in the back. There's a couple of soldiers in the back behind them, but they were holding the Type 100. That's basically the only picture I could actually find. Like, I found other pictures of like the prototype gun, people using that, but it's just, I don't know. The Type 100 isn't a very popular gun. It seems like it very is in video games, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to be in real life. Obviously airsoft guns, but that's not an actual gun. Um, yeah, it is. The bullets aren't very effective, since it only takes an 8mm pistol round, but it doesn't really affect that in this game. It's not doesn't really seem like it's an 8mm pistol round in this game, so it's just how it is. It's a video game. It's just an arcade game. What do you want more from? All right, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking now. No, I'm kidding. All right, the Type 100 1944. This gun basically hasn't changed at all since during his time period. Besides the prototype only lasted for 1 year, I believe. 1 year, 1942. So, not very popular, as I've been saying. Nothing really to talk about, considering this gun, basically is nothing. I talked about it just because it's in this game. Oh, one more thing before I totally forgot. It was used by China and North Korea, very limited during the Korean War. So they did use it during the Korean War, but very limited and a very low amount. So that's about the only other time they use it. So guys, if you like this video, the only thing I'm going to ask you to do is subscribe to my channel. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. Subscribe, and I hope you have a great day, guys. I will see you in my next episode. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.